Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here. On the Danny Dan blog, I'm back with another comic book review. Today I'm taking a look at the House of Secrets, and there's no escape from the House of Secrets, number 90 from 1971. A fine year for comic books. I think this might be one of my Halloween classics. Or maybe not. It'll be fun to find out if Dave Sunstorm calls this the good stuff. Since I'm not feeling that great today, I'm going to go ahead and bust this one open, get started, and try to get on through here. Oh boy, I love this. Inside the front cover, a Maytel lunar command module. That's right. You could have relived all the excitement of going into space with this incredible, cool replica toy that you could actually play space with. Now that I look at that real close, they actually went into space in that thing? Oh God. Knock, 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 knock. Knock, 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 knock. Our comic book starts out with a lot of knocks on the door of Dr. Wu's house. Dr. Wu's house, that's right. Dr. Wu, back in 1971, before the beard turned gray, he receives his first time-traveling computer. That's the wrong story. But yeah, we're getting a look at this guy who's getting a computer back in 1971. A computer that will possess his future. No, I'm not even going to do that joke. But it really is cool that Dr. Wu here got a computer, and the computer will tell you stories. It's like a predecessor to the world of the future. God AI is taking place in this comic book back in 1971. So our comic book starts off with full panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. In a post-apocalyptic future, society has been forced to live in domes. That's right, the city of domes, because we're going to rip off Logan's Run. What year did Logan's Run come out? The book. Maybe somebody read that. As they talk about the far past, when we had spacecraft that went to the moon. Doop, 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 doop. Good one, dude. So our hero don't believe the world's unsafe. Our hero wants to go out of the domes. This sounds real familiar. Is he a runner? Of course, outside the dome is giant, centipede, dragon, dinosaur, mutant monsters, because that's a thing. Yeah, that's right. If you go outside the dome, not only will the Sandman chase you, oh, wow, they even called him Sandman. He called him Sandman in this book. Talk about a Logan's Run ripoff. You'll go outside and get eaten by monsters. Logan, don't go outside. You'll get eaten by monsters. But Jenny, I must be free. I don't want to get 8 when I turn 33. And with that excitement, we're going to get a really cool commercial for this absolutely free giant-sized moon monster, because we all know that thing was creeping around on the moon back in the day. That's right. If you order 3, you get number 4 free. That's right. You could have had all the giant monster mask. What? So in this horrible, horrible story, the city of Domes has been escaped by John Carter, warlord of Earth. Now, in a far distant future, you carry a sword. Didn't he have a gun? Didn't the Sandman have a gun a while ago? This is horrible. As they roll on and try to escape the city of Domes, they find that the outside has pink sand. Wow, pink sand. After hours of torment in the hot sun, they finally find the high population area they have been looking for, where the people have escaped the city of Domes. They roll on. They roll on. They roll on. And then they find the next dome, because the whole world is a city of domes. Oh my God, the end. What a good, Jesus, awful story. At this point, I still have hope, as Dr. Wu consults the magic computer for another great story. Dr. Wu is hopeful. Dr. Wu scrambles for the sheet of paper that the computer has spit out. And in full panels brought to you by Daily Dan, we roll on to the next story, The Symbiotes. Oh, I can hardly wait to tell the story of this convicted criminal freak, weirdo, who got arrested for horrible, horrible, despicable acts and sentenced to 40 years. 40 years. In a penal planet colony controlled by an evil computer. A computer that controls every aspect of his life. And somebody thought that was so exciting they should throw a commercial in here for some really cool rings you could have ordered. Back in the day, they were really cheap. Back in the day. And now, they're probably worth a fortune. Remember when you could order real diamonds out of a comic book? And finally, granted an early parole, the ship arrives to take young Gulliver back to Earth. You have been paroled. Your sentence is now complete. You will be returned to Earth. Open the door, Laura the computer. Open the door. And in full panels, brought to you by the Daily Damn Blog. This is where the story gets graphically good. The computer has fallen in love with Buck Rogers. That's right. The computer loves him. The computer opens fire with lasers on the people sent to rescue him. They begin to return him back. He's hollering, "It's the computer doing it, not me. I want to go home." Oh no, what will he do as the computer goes beep, beep, crazy? Finally, they convinced the computer to stop firing. How has this happened? The men who come to rescue him are so confused. Whoa, really? They found him dead? Oh my God, the guy's dead. And his story really ends this way, with two more cops dropping off a chick in a computerized prison house. Hi, my name is Larry. I will be taking care of all your needs for the next 10 years, young lady, because you're a bad girl. Oh, I love these computerized stories. Dr. Wu's having a big laugh about that one. Wow, 10 grand for this penny. In 1971. If you found it, you could have been rich. There's a stain on my comic book. Why does that bother me on a commercial? Well, anyway, if you found that penny back in 1971, you'd be rich today, because if it was worth $10,071, adjusted for inflation, it's probably $1 million penny now. Hey, check this out. Top Guns of the West, a really creepy, scary Western comic book. I love DC. And then we get Direct Currents. That's where Michael Marone makes me go real slow. That's right. I'll go real slow, Marone. So Michael Marone can pause this part of the video and read every word of DC Direct Currents and learn all about the latest comic book releases, as well as a picture of the next unexpected. Yeah, I guess this is a good place to take a quick break and give a few shout-outs real fast. This comic book's not that long. This ain't going to be one of my longer reviews, as you can tell. Hey, check it out. Be sure to check out my friend Dave Sunstorm and his incredible brother Steven Sunstorm. You know, the good stuff, guys, on YouTube. And, of course, the incomparable Pat McCormick at the Golden Razor TV right here on YouTube. Hadn't seen no videos from Pat lately. Don't know what's going on, as well as my friend E. McGill, the unapologetic geek, the guy who wrote that really cool book called Paradox. And I've got to give a special shout out to my partner in crime, Thrash Pondo Ponds. You can see Men Ponds on our show coming this Sunday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern, where we talk about the really great horror movies of our time. Can't wait for that show. I love this girl, BBB, the Brainbenders banner. Thank you, BBB, who also sent me this really cool giant 44-ounce mug. Wow, BBB, thank you so much, which moves me on to Bigfoot, Michigan Rob. Be sure to check out Bigfoot, Michigan Rob. We wrote them cool books called True Cryptid Encounters, Book 1 and Book 2. A fine gift for Christmas and wonderful Halloween stories. Now let's get to this turd. Yeah, normally I'd give a shout out for Corey at Corey's Comedy Channel. Well, this will be the last time you hear me mention this piece of crap on my channel. The Daily Dan blog no longer supports or has anything to do with Corey's Comedy Channel. You'll find out why in the big expose coming from other channels. Corey, bite me. And I'll give the other shout outs to the actual cool guys on YouTube. You know, like BK on the air, Big Guys 45s. My flock is everywhere, Sarah, our wonderful producer for our cool show on Sundays, the Nostalgic Pod Blast. Be sure to check out Chance, Retro Nerd Girl, AA People Alive, AA Helmstead. We miss you, brothers. And of course, my friend Eric at Gypsy Road, the Hair Metal Revolution channel, and I hope he'll be doing something on another channel involving paranormal encrypted stuff as he's on a Bigfoot investigation. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But if you want to keep up with it, I'm posting all the stuff he's sending me on Project Cryptid. So be sure to go over to Project Cryptid and see what's happening with our friend Eric Wood and his incredible brother, the Dr. Wu. Oh yeah, and bite me, Corey. Behold, the world of Carnival. What? It's the world of Carnival. That's right, somewhere in a distant future. Boy, this is a post-apocalyptic book. I bet Thrash Pondo Pons is really going to enjoy all the post-apocalyptic stuff in this coming. Maybe I'll send it to him. I love the character names in this story. Spock, Bones, Kirk. Kirk, I swear to God, Kirk. But this goose called Jebediah, and he's questioning Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock about the future. He's remembering the days of old when nights was bold and comets shot through the air. Back in ancient times. What? Anyway, you could have got a coin grab bag for free. You could have ordered this back in 1971. Or you could have played with ants and bugs and had all the really cool stuff that goes with collecting nasty-ass insects out of your yard. Oh, that's a fun thing for children. So, in full panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. I damn near have a stroke at this point, because somebody had folded down and marked one of my pages. I had to unfold it. Over the next 20 years, it'll fold back into the proper condition. I'm pretty sure. As Jebediah goes to the sinful world of Sodom and Gomorrah and sees these horrible harlots shaking their coochies. Oh, Jebediah is upset. Jebediah says, "This is wrong. All this must end. This is evil. It's evil, I tell you." Jebediah finds out just how evil it is in full panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. That's right. Full panels bring Jebediah to his knees as God strikes wrath and vengeance upon the earth. And Jebediah and all the wicked people of Gomorrah are buried under a mountain of brimstone and fire. And it's the last thing Jebediah remembers. Whoa, in a psychedelic death scene that we'll never forget. Wonk, 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 wonk. Psychedelic death. And in full panels. Brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. One more time using that line. Jebediah is brought forth. And he says, "I do not remember what has happened." Jebediah is walking. Jebediah is not hurt. Jebediah's body is as nothing has happened. Not even a scratch. But I definitely distinctly remember brimstone, fire, and rocks falling on Jebediah's ass. But Jebediah, that was back when you were in the land of the living. Jebediah, you in the land of the dead now, bro, because you didn't make it. It's the afterlife. Oh, what a horrible story that was. That's right, Dr. Wu's all upset. He's going to kick the computer. He's going to trash the computer. He's going to break the computer and probably never use it again. 3 horrible stories complete. Yeah, at least they had good art. And you could have had the greatest hits on record ever made. That's right, the collections of Ike and Tina Turner, Dionne Warwick, Sam the Sham, Willie Boo. Oh, just everybody you could imagine from back in the 70s. Sonny and Cher, the Delphine Soul Survivors. Ike and Tina Turner were my favorites. Oh, boy, you could have ordered all these really cool records right out of your comic book. Because I'm sure anybody reading this stuff probably ordered a lot of records. And then you could have entered the House of Secrets. That's right. The House of Secrets speaks. More stuff for the incredible Michael Morone to pause and read. I can't stand all this reading in comic books. Comic books are supposed to be short. One panel reads, something you can read quick. Nobody wants to sit there and read a novel in the back of their comic books except for Michael Morone. Oh my God! Jeez! One time wasn't enough. Turned the page and the house spoke again and you got to read more shit. Oh, jeez. And then you could have had hand shadows. You could have learned the incredible art of making hand shadows, which then you could have been some kind of fake comedy magician and impressed all the little kids you were going to try to mess with little hand puppets on the wall, right? Yeah. And then we learned why most kids from the 70s wound up with diabetes because they eat milk duds, slow pokes, and black cows. All that horrible, horrible candy of the 70s, loaded with sugar, guaranteed to ruin your life in the future. And it finishes off the back of this comic book with all my favorite ads. That's right. All my favorite ads from the 70s. I think I ordered every one of these damn things. I had all this stuff. I had the boomerang. I had the skinhead rig. I had the joy buzzers and the plastic poop and the throw your voice and the x-ray glasses. The 7-foot monsters. There's nothing on here I didn't order, I don't think. Except maybe that hypnotic thing, because I didn't believe that. But anything else? And they're going to waste the back cover with some crappy Aurora cars. I'm not real thrilled about the condition of this comic book, though. And that's what you get on the back, a crappy commercial. Waste of space. Thank you, DC. And that's my look at the House of Secrets, number 90, from 1971. Wonderful, great art, surrounded by horrible stories. Oh, well, you can't have everything, but at least you got the great art. You got a cool comic book, and you got some Halloween tales of an apocalyptic future for my friend Thresh Pondo Puns. This is Daddy Staten on the Daddy Dan blog saying be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and I'll be back with another comic book review next Tuesday. One that'll probably be even worse than this piece of garbage. Speaking of pieces of garbage, blog over.